across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Into the secondary past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Burrell. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. 46 yards on the boot. Coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Burrell. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, Burrell. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Here we go.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Eagles 14, Giants nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Burrell throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
To throw on 2nd down, Burrell toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in Nick's case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. But he's got his target, Harris. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They'll look to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Burrell. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 26-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first down, Pittman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pittman, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And able able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11. And it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Burrell. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And an Eagle first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Pittman, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Burrell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Burrell, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run, and now 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He'll try again.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Giants have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Burrell. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Pittman. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Burrell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Off play action. Burrell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Burrell. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Pass complete to Harris.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now they try the right side here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's brought in by Harris. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. He's back to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. For the lead, here's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now